having guns and having the Holy Spirit. So I was already going to do a part 2 about this because I already know from the comments there are people that was going to say, all I need is God. All I need is God. I don't need nothing else but the Holy Spirit. And I understand why people say that. But let me tell you why I disagree with that. Simply, Ecclesiastes chapter 3 teaches you that there is a time and a season for everything under the heavens. Everything. Here's the main one I love: a time to make war, time to make peace. In this life, we don't know what's going to happen, how it's going to happen, or when it's going to happen. Now, if you don't believe in guns, that's you. You know, if you don't believe it and you say it's dangerous and you don't need it, that's you. But what about the people that don't believe what you believe? That's why I want to do this part 2. I'm going to give you an example of why I always say ain't nothing wrong with having the gun and having the Holy Spirit. If somebody breaking your house, got you at gunpoint, and you gonna say, I'm gonna get on my knees and pray. You pray. You pray and you pray and you pray. And you still get shot. Your family gets shot. But if you would have had a gun and knew somebody was breaking in because you heard the sounds and you could have got to your gun before they got inside. See what I'm saying? You can always pray, don't get me wrong, but there's a time you're going to pray and you're going to need something to go with that prayer. I know you got faith, but even the Bible say faith without works is dead. Sometimes that works mean your pistol. Somebody will catch that later. Like my man on her, Pastor Down, Straightway Truth. That's one of the pastors you'll see gun toting. There are a lot of pastors out here who are strapped, and a lot of their members are strapped, and they teach their members to defend themselves. I'm cool with a lot of police officers. I work with a lot of police officers. Fellowship with a lot of police officers. And all police officers are not bad. And they will tell you the beauty part of having a gun. That's why I mentioned in part 1, everybody don't need one because there's a lot of crazy people out here. But it's just like saying guns are evil. No. It's the evil spirit pressing behind the gun. You know, and when you think about that, it's just like the love of money. Money is not evil, but the love of it is money. You got people out here that love to shoot up and kill people. They love to show off with their guns. But if you don't understand God, Yahweh is a Holy Spirit of war. War have always been around. He didn't tell Joshua, pray for them. Somebody catch this. He said, go over there and kill anything breathing. See, it wasn't time to pray. He didn't tell David, go pray for Goliath. David knew the tools that he needed. As a matter of fact, King David was a gangster. You look at him. King David's hands was made for blood, shedding blood. He could kill a bird with his bare hands. He wasn't out there praying all the time for stuff like that. Somebody catch this. Our Father is always been of divine order and war. But don't nobody want to talk about that. See, people would know that if they would stop skipping past that Old Testament. In the Old Testament, there was a lot of war, a lot of consequences. Israel went through a lot. God ordered to kill. God ordered the first death penalty, if you think about it. If you was brought up for adultery, there wasn't no need to pray. Your punishment was you for to get stoned to death. If you was brought up for bestiality, like Leviticus say, any man that lay there with a beast, let that man and the beast both be killed. Ain't time to pray. But you can always pray. I told a guy just the other day that this store, we got a lot of stores out here in Texas, Dallas, Texas, called 7-Eleven. And back in the day, 7-Eleven used to get robbed all the time. I said, if you was licensed and you had your gun on you, and you in the back of the store, and you see that guy up there with that shotgun holding the store up, and he don't see you, and he done already shot the cashier, are you gonna put your gun down and pray? Or are you gonna shoot him before he shoots anybody else? And you licensed. See, it's a time to shoot. Like I said in part 1, pray and hope that you never have to use your weapon on nobody. Pray that. But while I'm saying that, do you know how many people's houses are getting broken into? I remember a couple of years ago, this is a sad story. It was either in Carrollton or Richardson, up north from me. This guy had a beautiful truck. I don't know, I guess the young guys saw him drive home. They broke into the man's garage. He heard them. But he didn't have no gun or nothing with him. He just went in there. He said, y'all, you know what? Just take the truck. Just take the truck. Don't harm me and don't harm my family. Here's the keys. Just if you want the truck, you can have the truck. You know what they did? They killed him and took the truck. I'm going to say it again. They killed him and they stole his truck. I like my other brother comment. He said, I'm a Christian and I got 2 guns. See, the thing about, that's what's sad about Christianity a lot of times, people think that you're supposed to be weak. They get weak and meek mixed up. Meek means you humble. But just because you humble don't mean you weak. And you better understand, a lot of people that's in Christianity used to be that person you didn't want to see coming your way. You ain't forgot how to cuss. You ain't forgot how to shoot. You ain't forgot how to do bad things. You ain't forgot about all that. So that's why I always say there's a time and a season for everything under the heavens. Once again, if you don't believe in the guns, then that's you. But don't try to tell the other person to do what you do because you don't believe in it. That's why I always say in my videos, it's each to their own. There's so much stuff you can do in this life to protect yourself. And I try to tell women that all the time. You might not be able to get to that mace all the time. You might not be able to get to that purse and open it up and get that stun gun out like you want, fast as you want. You need to know some self-defense. Like a lot of people, let me say women, a lot of people laugh at women when they have them wigs on, but I'm gonna tell you something. You don't know what they told in that wig. You don't know what's going on. You don't know what they got going on down there. I'm just telling you. And I'm saying it for a reason, ladies. Catch what I'm saying. Protect yourself at all costs, because a lot of women are out at night by themselves going to their vehicle. Anything can happen at any given moment. If you got a chance to get at somebody before they get you, you jump on that opportunity. So guns are not all that bad like a lot of people were saying in the other comment. It's the person. It depends on the person, I remember even one time when I was in down here in Dallas, Texas, let me say Fort Worth. There was a part in Fort Worth called Stop 6. Very bad area. If you know what I'm talking about, give me a thumbs up. But you could not go through Stop 6 without something happening. One time we was at church out there deep in Stop 6, and they was having a shootout in the parking lot, in the church parking lot. And somebody rolled 187 on the church vehicles. And the pastor at that time, he said, I believe in God. Yes, I do. He said, but I also believe in Smith & Wesson. And I got mine right here on me right now. See, a lot of pastors be in those churches late at night a lot of times, And you gotta realize, you got people shooting up churches. You say you don't believe in guns, but what do you say when that next person goes shoot that church up, and that be your family member getting hit or killed? I'll leave you with that. Yeah, there's a time and a season of everything. You can say I got the Holy Spirit all you want, but the Holy Spirit is even telling you, don't be no fool. God will place you around people that will help protect you, and God would also show you to protect yourself. That's why I said in the first video, he told Peter to put it away, the sword away. It wasn't time. He didn't tell him to get rid of it for good. Yahweh have always been the Holy Spirit of war, order, and grace and mercy, all at the same time. All that in one. But go back to the Old Testament and see that he always say pray. When he gave Joshua the order, kill him. I'll leave you with that. Shalom.